Over the last decade, levels of depression and anxiety in teens and young adults have seriously spiked. There's a scary trend in our generation of more and more people reporting and being diagnosed with these negative emotions. But you can still feel like crap without having clinical depression or anxiety. Every one of us has felt this before, right? Those days where you just completely feel out of it, you have no energy or motivation to really do anything, and you've lost that drive that you normally have. So how does one get out of this rut? If you're currently in one of those, you came to the right video. We're gonna talk about 3 ways to get yourself out of that rut and get your life back on track. So the first step is to just do something. This is probably the easiest, simplest, yet most effective tip when it comes to getting out of a rut. Just do something, anything, to get you out of that current state that you're in. You don't have to run a marathon or read an entire book. Pick something that's ridiculously simple to the point where you just can't not do it. If you're in bed, make that goal to just get out of bed. That's it. Because once you do that small thing to get you started, it'll keep snowballing into more and more activities, and before you know it, you'll be back on your feet. Again, these things can be as simple as brushing your teeth, making yourself breakfast, going on a walk, or even just changing your clothes. Start small and it'll naturally compound into the more difficult things that you've been delaying. The second tip is to limit your phone use. We could talk about this piece of machinery for hours, about the pros and cons, whether it's slowly destroying our generation or whatever. But it's really easy to get into and stay into a rut if you're just on your phone scrolling through social media or binge watching videos for hours. It doesn't really provide any benefit other than the temporary entertainment that you get, but the harms that it can have on your mental and your emotional health are pretty serious, and it's best to limit it as much as possible. If you've been on your phone for a while now and you're wondering why you're in a rut, get off your phone. After watching this video, of course.
But Mu'adh, if I don't use my phone, how am I supposed to stay in touch with my friends?
Try actually talking to them, like in real life. I know, it sounds crazy and scary nowadays, but studies have shown that there's a huge difference between actual face-to-face interaction and just texting or messaging. Long story short, limit your phone use and try to replace it with actual human interaction, and you'll feel a whole lot better. And the third and final tip is to have some structure in your life. All of these tips really just go into this main point. Have some structure. If you want to be depressed, have zero structure in your life. Follow every whim and desire that you get. Don't do anything difficult or challenging. Sit on your phone all day. Eat whatever you want. Don't go outside or interact with anybody. Structure breeds functionality. The more functional you are, the more productive you'll be. And the more productive you are, the more enjoyment you'll have in your day, which will ultimately lead to a happier day and a happier life. Wake up at a consistent time, even on weekends. Eat breakfast, organize your room, exercise, talk to friends and family, read, and prioritize time in your day to do the things that you really want to do. All of this might seem like a lot at first, especially if you're in a rut right now. But again, you don't have to do all this right now. Like we mentioned earlier, just start off with one small thing, and that'll snowball on to a bunch of other things, which will lead to better improvements in your day and ultimately better improvements in your life. So if you're in a rut, these 3 things, just doing something, limiting your phone use, and having some structure in your life, if you're able to implement them, you'll be able to get out of pretty much any rut and get your life back in order. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future content. I really do enjoy making these videos for you guys, and the support's been amazing. So yeah, thank you guys for everything, and I'll see you in the next video.